Killed. I hope. Quick review for Hull game. Probably will be quick and all because she'll be back soon. And when she does get back, she's going to be wondering why there's mildew on her favourite cushion, which I've had to put in window to block sun coming in. So a quick review. Didn't manage to get a review done for Cardiff game. I was stuck at work. I thought I was going to be out. Sometimes best laid plans, it doesn't matter what you do, does it? Things happen that's out of your control, and then you just have to pick up pieces after them. It's a nightmare weekend. Didn't get to watch Cardiff game back till Sunday night, late Sunday night. And that's an odd experience, watching a game back when you don't result. Not so bad watching highlights when you don't result, 5-minute highlights, but watching 90 minutes, that's an odd experience. I thought we played quite well. I thought we could have probably nicked it, actually. I thought they were only just trying to win it in that second half. I'll put it this way. If that game had gone another 5-10 minutes, I think we'd have won it. Or alternatively, if you're being harsh, maybe if we'd made them subs 5 or 10 minutes earlier, we might have won it, Masaba and Patterson, I thought they made an impact. I've seen somebody slagging Patterson off for his miss. He had a good block by their defender that were going in. Anyway, so on to Hull. The Hull team struggling in table. Bottom end. You'd hope that Wednesday could go there and get a result, but it's championship, innit? There's outside top 5, it's much of a muchness, isn't it, really? So although you'd hope that Wednesday could go to Hull and get a result, you probably wouldn't put your house on it. They're having a struggle. I didn't even realise they got a new gaffer. Rossini's gone. I thought he was doing a decent job. They looked quite good last year, but he's gone. New gaffer in for them. Under pressure already, from what I can gather. And one change from Wednesday from Cardiff game. Hull City then, Panda in goal, a back four of Coyle, Jones, Hughes and Drammer, Simmons in the sitting position, the rest of the midfield, Longman, Slater, Palmer and Kamara, with João Pedro at centre forward. As for the Owls, one change from the last game with Paul Valentin coming in for Michael Smith. It meant a shuffle back to a 3-4-3 for the Owls, who went with Beadle in goal, a back three of Valerie, Bernard and Max Lowe, a midfield four from right to left of Valentin, Charles, Bannon and Johnson, with Josh Windass and Jeddy Gassama playing either side of Vicky Ugbo up front. I think it's a bit harsh on Smith, and we can go around houses, can't we, about who should play up front. And what do you do with Ugbo? He's a £3 million signing. The manager's not under pressure, I don't think at all, but I think when you're working for a skint club like we are, and you do get £3 million, you are going to be looked at. That player's going to be expected to perform. And if you say to your gaffer, I want £3 million for this centre forward, and then you're not playing him, he's going to say, well, why have I let you sign him? If he's on bench all the time, so I think there's a little bit of that. Personally, old-fashioned, simplistic, I've been thinking, have him on bench. Have Ugbo on bench. He's lively, he's sharp, he's quick. That last 20 minutes of a game when opposition's getting a bit tired, chuck him on there, nick a goal, get his confidence up. But Danny seems to be doing it the other way and starting him and hoping he can build up his confidence and his link play will come and everything else. So he starts up front with Windass and Gassama. Bit harsh on Smith, who's, Smith looks stronger to me this season. I don't know about you. Even in League One, when he got them 20-odd goals, there were times where I used to say to my mate, he's not very strong for the big lad. He's not holding it up as much as you'd expect for the big lad. But this season, I think he looks far fitter, far stronger. And we're saying the same thing other week about Marvin Johnson. He's another one. He's 33 now. It's the fittest I've ever seen him. And his work rate's gone absolutely through the roof. So some credit there to Wednesday conditioning team, or whatever you want to call them. I think lads look a lot stronger this season. I suppose I better talk about game. I'm rambling again, aren't I? I'm rambling. It's panic about her coming back and finding cushioning window. Right, so it was an open game. I was a bit surprised they bottom at table. I thought they might be a bit more cagey about it. Just try and keep it tight. But that opening 5 minutes, there could have been 3 goals. It could have been 2-1. I mean, they had would you call it a chance after a minute and a half? That ball in from left-hand side. Beadle's gone down for it. It's gone right underneath him. It's squirming about near goal line, and it's one of them, you sat watching. And as it goes in, you see little sort of melee in there. You're thinking that would be the most Wednesday thing, wouldn't it? Got visions of that England game against San Marino. But they've got to win by 7 clear goals, goal down after 8 seconds or whatever it was. But then, like I said, they were quite open. We had a couple of really good opportunities at the beginning. But a brilliant run by Gassama, gets Windass in there. And it was a really good run, driving right across pitch diagonally. Should that have been on target? I think Windass would expect to be, testing keeper from there. There was a chance for Ugbo as well. Again, Windass involved. I think he had a sharp game. And it just fed him. And again, it's dragged across that same far post area again, just wide. And Wednesday were lively, but I've got to be honest, so were Hull. It was a really open game. I was expecting it to be a bit cagey, but really open. I think our best opportunity didn't end up being an opportunity. We got a really good break on. Ugbo he was coming across pitch, just their side at centre circle. Windass were making his run, and if that pass gets made, he's 1-on-1. And I think it's probably a goal. It would have been best opportunity a lot. Tactical foul by their lad, you can't really fault him for that. Open game, very open. Valentin back in the team at right wing back. I think there have been calls for him to start. Superb cameo against Cardiff. He's got such energy down that right hand side. Looks really sharp. Got into the box, beat his man, but then did a really good turn, trying to get it across for Gassama, I think it was. Their lad nearly turned it into his own net. And a really strong positive start by Wednesday. Plenty of running. Gassama, Windass, Valentin, trying to stretch him and trying to get at him and put him on back foot. So I'm really impressed with where we started the game. I mean, that first 20 minutes, like I said, I'm just surprised how open they were. I can see why they were the in table, because if they're going out like this all the time and being open and trying to score goals but leaving them sends that exposed back, I mean, let's not beat about the bush. We're not best goal scoring team in league, we're not best attacking team in league, but after that first 20 minutes or so, I mean, there was another little 1-2 between Charles and Marvin Johnson. There was another one with Valentin where I think it was Gassama cut it back, he put it over bar. Maybe not all clear-cut opportunities, but I would say 5 or 6 opportunities, and maybe 50% of them decent ones. They were really exposed, and on another day, genuinely, I think we could, after 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I think, we could have been two goals to good, or, maybe it could have been 2 or 3-1. It was that sort of game, really open. And I quite enjoyed it, because games these days, they can be very tactical, can't they? And I mean, the Cardiff game, as an example, they were a team who didn't want to come and play. They got no intention of playing. The fact that they scored first actually then made them even worse at that. And them games can be an hard watch, can't they? When you just sat there and you say, well, I've got to break these down and break these down. And we saw that a lot in League One, when obviously we were probably the biggest club down there and you're having to break teams down. But because of the way Hull went about the business, it was an open game. I think it suited us more. And like I said, probably should have been 2 or 3 goals to good. Gassama goes down. I don't think they were out in it. I think their lad just caught his ankle and he was down for 2 or 3 minutes. And you want to make sure kid's all right, but it came at a really bad time for Wednesday, because I thought we'd really enjoyed all opening stages at game. And after restart, Hull had got ball and they just had a little spell, 3 or 4 minutes, don't sound a long time, but in football it is, of just keeping possession at ball. And that stoppage in play, I thought, really helped them and sort of knocked Wednesday not off kilter. We were still easily in game, but it just drained a bit of that momentum we had, because I felt there was, from probably 10 minutes to 25 minutes, there was a real momentum going with Wednesday. As I said, it could have been a couple of goals to good, and that stoppage took the impetus away from us, gave them a chance to have 4 or 5 minutes with ball, and then they started growing a little bit into it. Casey Palmer, Wednesday fans' favourite, he had a shot that were flashed just wide, and then he won a free kick as well, and they were just sort of drifting back into the game, and I put it down to that stoppage in our momentum. 30 minutes, should be 1-0 to them, really. Ball into the box, their lad took it down. What was his name? Him? Number 27. I don't know his name, but brilliant takedown. Absolutely brilliant takedown in box. And that's the hardest part of it, because ball's coming in high. The hardest part of that is controlling that, and he takes it down and away from Wednesday defender, pulls it down in front of the goal. He's 5 yards out. He's absolutely got to bury that. He's got to bury that, puts it straight at Beadle. Still, he'll go down as a good save, but for me, he's got to bury that. 35 minutes Wednesday, daft as it sounds for all play we had in first 20 minutes, Wednesday break. Get up into their box. Charles is brought down. Penalty. It's been that long. Ref blows, and genuinely I'm thinking it's probably get them. It's probably a defensive free kick to them, because it's been that long since we had one. My phone lit up. Our lass absolutely delighted. Little emojis at champagne cork, get razor sharp and get that bleeding beard off, which I am going to do, and I was going to do last night, because this is my penalty protest beard, but I can't find my clippers. I did start with Bic, coming up from smooth a bit at neck. It just snags the pain, but it's because they use it on the legs, innit, my razor, so can't do that. I might have to get scissors maybe and get it short, and then so another few hours at beard yet. But penalty for Wednesday. Windass steps up. I think that's his 14th in 16 games. Swept it home, sent keeper wrong way. That's sweetheart, school finished. Alright, I'm just doing a video.
What do you mean? School hasn't finished. Have you checked the time?
I didn't realise it by that time. I've been busy.
With what?
Been busy getting cat poo off my Sheffield FC body warmer. That's what.
What, you done that yesterday?
Don't leave all this stuff on the floor. Your mother will be back soon.
A snack. Where's one?
Don't be getting a snack. I'm doing a video.
Oh, I know. Mummy, just sit.
Mummy has gone to get some Christmas presents for everybody.
For me?
Not you,
For who?
but all other family.
Yeah.
You're putting me off my stroke.
What?
Where was I?
You're talking about Sheffield Wednesday?
Sheffield Wednesday, who won last night, by the way. Yes.
No way.
Yes, way. It's alright, don't worry about making noise. Paul, another free kick penalty situation just after that, 5 minutes after that. I actually think it's a clearer one than the one he's give. He's raced into the box, got caught from behind. That's more of a pendant first one for me, but there we go. That's football at this level, isn't it? Knocked me right off kilter. They should probably equalise actually just before half time. Their kid rasps a shot in. Beadle makes a block, and then it's fired off at post, and again. Their trouble in hitting back at net, you can see why the way they are in table, and it's not against them, just observations, but goal scoring opportunities, they've had two brilliant ones, not taking either of them. I mean, it sounds familiar, this, doesn't it, as a Wednesday fan. Two great opportunities and not take them, and yet they look open at back. And Hull, to me, look like they're in the situation that we're sort of in as well, despite the fact they're in bottom three and we're up in mid-table now. They look very similar in the fact that the way I've watched them and the way that they play is they're going to have to score 2 goals a game to win a match. 2 or 3 goals a game, because you can see why they're conceding goals, you know. A couple of changes for Wednesday at half-time. Windass comes off. At the time, I was surprised because I thought he was having a really lively game. He was drifting around, making runs behind, which is something I've been on about for weeks and weeks. I love players who try and stretch in behind teams and make them runs. He's come off. Apparently, after the game, Danny said he'd got a bit of a tight hamstring and he didn't want to risk him, so that's understandable. We've got a lot of what I would say winnable games coming up, or games that we should at least be competing for points in. So understandable he's saving him for them. Smithy comes on. Masaba comes on as well. Ugbo. I thought there were some neat bits from Ugbo actually. I thought his overall play were quite good in that first half. That one opportunity that he flashed wide. But at least he got shot away. Hello.
Your jacket thing's on the washing line.
I know it's on washing line.
Lovely stuff, that. Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording, yeah.
I have to pause it a second because I'm getting my shoes off.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my shoes off.
Why don't you walk on with her? Right, anyway, stop making a noise, come on. I've got...
Yoo-hoo! Daddy's filming apparently. I've heard.
What are you both doing in here?
No, okay, no, it is. You're famous. Yeah, okay.
There's other rooms.
To get this, because I lived in here. I need
Okay.
to put in still. Oh, I wasn't on the camera just then, was I? I don't want to.
You know you're not on camera. But
Good.
what's you doing?
What's the pudding? No, it's not chocolate. I'm going to sleep right on one of these. I just had one. Ah, you just had one. Wait, what about mini cheddars? Mini cheddars? Yeah. Oh, why don't we have some mini cheddars? You. Bye, dude.
Bye.
You left your
Don't
bag.
call me dude.
You left your bag. Okay, bro. Alright, let's go. Okay. So,
Their second half, Hull, plenty at board. They started really brightly after break, and it's a bit, again, little mirrors of Wednesday there. They've gone a goal behind, they start looking a bit lively again, and that's something that we've said about Wednesday over this season. You know, start playing when we're a goal behind. And after break, I thought they had most of possession at ball. Kamada down left-hand side, him and Casey Palmer, who were sort of playing a sort of inside left position, thought they linked up really well, and they were having more and more ball down there. That was starting to cause me a little bit of a concern, if I'm honest. But Valerie and Paul between them got to grips with them largely. Like I said, just a worrying number of deliveries coming in from that side. But Bernard, some brilliant headed clearances. He's had a really good game. He got face mask on. I don't know what that's about. Obviously, I've sort of been hard at Luke last 3 or 4 days with work and what have you. He got fit, but weren't stopping him head. Some brilliant defensive clearances by Bernard. But they were bringing it second half. They were squeezing on us, and we had to weather the storm. Had to keep it tight in there. There were a lot of shuffling about from the team and dropping into little spaces and stopping them passing angles. And it's that, what we used to call unseen work, innit? Where you're just shuttling about, blocking angles. And it's that stuff that knackers you out mentally. You have to be focused when you're defending like that. But Wednesday did weather the storm. Like an herd of elephants, would you? Coming into probably last quarter of that game, Wednesday getting a few little breaks, and then Ingleson, who come on as a substitute. Fantastic tackle in the middle of the park, block tackle, standing block tackle. I used to be shit at them. I don't know why. I mean, I'm really sure low centre of gravity, block tackling should have been good. Terrible. I don't know why. I could never. Slide tackling, all right. Block tackle was terrible. Yeah, but a brilliant one from Ingleson. And then he drilled a fantastic ball out wide. Masaba gets on his bike, into the box, And that Kamara, their winger, it's a brilliant tackle. It's an absolutely brilliant tackle, and I love a good tackle. And for a winger as well, it's come steaming in. If he gets it wrong, they're in trouble. But fantastic. And even when it's opposition, I love to see a good tackle, and that was a great tackle from Kamara. That. They make some changes, Hull. They're good to a sort of 3 at the back. They're really starting to push on now. We bring Iofa on for Baz. Good as a sort of back 5 in there. Getting deeper and deeper. And I understand the principle, okay, like, we've got a goal. They're going to come at us. We'll be deep and congested. We won't leave any space behind. I get that. I do find it hard to watch, But I understand the principle of it. So we're deeper and deeper. Big Dom's come in there as well. Palmer's come on in there. And they're turning screw. They still think there's something in game for them. That plan works to perfection. We're deep, we're tight, we're encouraging them on, and then it's just a fantastic and simple break. And for me, like I've said many times before, I am a dinosaur. I do enjoy simple football. And this goal is really simplistic, but beautiful in its own way. Palmer wins it, knocks it out to Marv. It's a really deep crossover to back stick. And Masaba does really well, and I've been critical, and if you watch these videos you know I've been critical that I want him to do simple things more. He's a really good player. We know what he's capable of in terms of nicking goals. We know what he's capable of in terms of his pace. I mean, his pace is off the chart. He can beat a player, he gets in good positions, but his decision making, his final ball, that's the one that drives me around the twist, because he overcomplicates it too many times for me. This ball, he keeps it simple. I look at the result. It's a really deep cross from Marv. And Masaba just knocks it back in. First time, little pass inside. Smithy sweeps it home. Happy days. And it's the simplicity of it. And I hope this can be a little turning point in season for Masaba, because there were an opportunity at Bramall Lane. A ball had gone to byline. He would after it at full tilt. Anyone who watches football knows in that position, the only thing he can do if he makes that ball is put it in first time. That's the only possible option he's got. He tries to stop it on byline. He doesn't. But even if he had, his momentum would have just taken him into front at stand anyway. If he'd stopped it on byline, he'd have literally just stopped it for their full-back to collect. First time. That's what he's done this time. First time ball in box. Happy days. Can that not wait 2 minutes?
Well, Mummy said you've had all day to do this.
Out.
Yeah, Mummy.
I think Des Lynam had to put up with this. All in all, good result for Wednesday. Clean sheet, 2 goals, a little bit more confidence for attacking players in there. Pushes us up 9 to mid-table. Now, like I said, I know people will look at it and go, wait, we should be beating teams like Ulster in bottom 3, but Championship's not like that. Like I said, take top 5 out. Anyone can beat anybody on day, so I consider that a good 3 points. Expected, I don't expect hope, to be honest with you. Hopeful. I was hopeful we'd get 3 points, and Wednesday's gone out and done a really good job there. And now we're up into 12th position in league, I think it is. We sat up there in 12th position, 22 points on board. I think that's about where we are as a club at minute. Obviously QPR and Portsmouth and all at bottom. We 11 to 15 points between them. 12th position. 5 points outside playoffs. I think that's about where we are. I think that's about where we are as a club at minute. And if we finished there, I'm looking at this now. If we finished in 12th, I don't think that'd be a bad season. I really don't. Before the season, I think any rational thinking Wednesday fan, when you look at the season we had last year, we just had 2 seasons down in 3rd division. I think any rational Wednesday fan would look at that and say, 10 to 15, good season. Little building blocks, getting better and better. very easy to forget how poor we were last season. I mean, we looked doomed. And not that much has changed, really. Not that much has changed, so just climbing bit by bit, little building blocks, foundations, and a way of playing, and maybe an identity coming, and building things behind the scenes with coaching and infrastructure and what have you. Little baby steps. So, terrific result against Hull. Pushes us up into that 12th position, which I think, going into Christmas and Russia fixtures, I think that's a really decent place to be. Anyway, I better get off because she will be back any minute, and she is going to flail about ruining that cushion. Right, see you later.